All right, welcome back. Today, we're diving into a really critical piece of the Maldives National Cybersecurity Agency's baseline cybersecurity framework. We're talking about patching applications. Now, this one is fundamental. It's based on Australia's Essential 8, and it's all about keeping our digital world, well, healthy and secure. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your software secretly sick? I mean, it probably looks fine on the outside, right? But what if underneath its immune system is completely shot? That would make it a sitting duck for all kinds of digital viruses and infections. And that, right there, is the exact problem that application patching is built to solve. Okay, so before we can talk about the cure, we really need to get a handle on the sickness itself. What are these weaknesses that are just hiding inside our software? Let's break it down. So, in the world of cybersecurity, we have a name for this sickness. We call it a vulnerability. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a little crack in your digital immune system. It's just a small, maybe unnoticed, opening that a hacker can slip through to get past all your defenses and right inside your system. And you might be wondering, where do these cracks even show up? Well, you're looking at them. It's the software we all use every single day. Your web browser, your office software, even that PDF reader you probably don't think twice about. These things are major targets. And a single unpatched vulnerability can be, and I mean this, devastating. Just think about the WannaCry ransomware attack a few years back. It went global, all because it exploited a known weakness in Windows that tons of organizations just hadn't gotten around to patching. A total nightmare. But here's the good news, okay? For almost every digital sickness out there, there's a vaccine. And in our world, that vaccine is called patching. And believe me, it is one of the most powerful tools we have to prevent disaster. So what exactly is patching? It's really simple. It's just the process of installing the updates that software developers push out. Think of these updates as the vaccine. They go in, they find those cracks, those vulnerabilities we talked about, and they seal them up tight before a hacker can ever get to them. It's basically proactive healthcare for your apps. And this comparison just lays it all out, doesn't it? On one side, you've got the unpatched system. It's sick. It's basically a sitting duck, wide open to all these known digital viruses. But on the other side, a patched, healthy system. It's been vaccinated. Its defenses are strong, up to date, and ready to fight off those exact same threats. I mean, the choice is pretty obvious. And it's so important to get this next part. This isn't just about your laptop. This whole vaccination program has to cover the entire digital body of an organization. We're talking about everyone's desktop and laptop, all the critical servers humming away in the background, and even those virtual desktop environments. Literally every single part of the system needs to be kept healthy. All right, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's get into the how. How do you actually get this digital vaccine out to everyone, effectively across a whole organization? Here's the most important rule. You absolutely cannot rely on people to remember to click update. That is just a recipe for disaster. Effective patching has to be automated. It needs to run on a set schedule, making sure every single system gets its shot without anyone having to lift a finger. And this isn't some manual thing, of course. It's all done using professional tools. So if you're in a Windows shop, you'll see things like WSUS, SCCM, or Intune doing the heavy lifting. In the Linux world, it's tools like Yum, DNF, or apt. The names don't matter as much as what they do. They are the central command centers that push out these patches automatically and make sure everybody is protected. Now, this whole process has a kind of rhythm to it. Usually, there's a regular, scheduled patch window, maybe once a month, for all the routine stuff. But, and this is a big but, when something really nasty comes out, like a critical vulnerability, we call them CVEs, you need an emergency window to get that fix out immediately. It's all part of a structured, ongoing defense. Okay, so you've deployed the vaccine. Great. But how do you know it actually worked? How can you be sure your systems are really protected? Well, it's time for a health checkup. And this checkup really comes down to three key things. First, you look at the reports from your patching tools. Did the patches actually install successfully? Second, you double-check the software versions to make sure they're the latest ones. And third, and this is the big one, you run a vulnerability scan to actively hunt for any cracks you might have missed. And really, this is the ultimate goal. This is what a clean bill of health looks like. When you run a vulnerability scan on your systems, it should come back clean. No known critical CVEs, nothing. That's how you know for sure that your digital immune system is doing its job. And to wrap up, it's really important to remember that cybersecurity isn't just on or off. It's a journey. It's about constant improvement. And that's why the framework has these maturity levels to help organizations figure out just how strong their digital immune system truly is. For a really strong defense, maturity level 3 is the target. This basically means you have that reliable scheduled vaccination program we talked about. Patches go out on time, every time, automatically. It's consistent, it's dependable, it's a solid wall of protection against the threats we know about. But if you want to talk about the gold standard, the absolute peak, that's level 5. This goes way beyond just a schedule. This is a smart immune system. At this level, patching gets triggered by real-time threat intelligence. The system is actively looking for news of new dangers and basically vaccinates itself before an attack even has a chance to get off the ground. And that brings us to the final and most important question. A good patching program makes you immune to yesterday's threats, but are your systems truly ready for tomorrow's? The real challenge isn't just reacting to what we know, it's building a system that's smart enough to handle what's coming next.